All right, so it is 2 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and get started. We are recording this webinar and we will be posting it to our YouTube page and sharing the link out so that you all can watch anything you might have missed at the beginning, but the beginning is going to be a little bit of intro. So we'll go ahead and get started in the interest of everyone's time. Let's see. And I'll go ahead and introduce myself. I am Lauren Parsons. I am the Director of Strategic Initiatives and Communications for Bluegrass Community Foundation. And on this webinar, I have with me.
Hello, I'm Allison Jackson, and I am the Associate Director of Board and Community Relations here at BGCF.
And just a programming note, if you have questions as we're going through, just drop those. I'm not seeing a Q&A. Yeah, there is a Q&A box. So just drop those in the Q&A portion, and then I'll address those at the end. It's just easier than like stopping and starting throughout the whole thing. So we are recording this, and we'll share the link for you to rewatch, share with other folks in your organization after. And any of those questions you have throughout the webinar, just drop those in the Q&A and we'll address them at the end. So just a little bit of intro for you, for those folks who are sort of newer organizations, new to an initiative of Bluegrass Community Foundation. Just to share a little bit about us. We have been around since 1967. Our mission is to build vibrant, generous, equitable, and engaged communities in Central and Appalachia, Kentucky. And we do that through charitable giving. We currently steward just over 250 million in charitable assets across 876 charitable funds. We've awarded 189 million in grants since 1967. And just last fiscal year, we awarded 25 million out to grants out to nonprofits just last fiscal year. So I like to say people don't really give to us, they give through us. So they invest money here, we send it out into the community. And this initiative is just one part of what we do. So I'm going to kick it over to Allison to talk a little bit more about this specifically.
Okay, so many of you all are not aware of Lexington Black Prosperity Initiative. So we are a community advised committee for the city of Lexington that is comprised of Black leaders. It was created with the goal to strengthen and support the Black communities, just to make a more meaningful impact. We started in 2020, and we have awarded more than $370,000 to local organizations that lead the charge for Black impact in Lexington. So this year, starting August 1, we are kind of teaming up with other organizations for the Black Philanthropy Month, which runs in the entire month of August. So the Lexington Black Prosperity Initiative wanted to create a more meaningful and engaging impact to see how we could help just people in Lexington, nonprofits. And so what they did is we started with we were inspired again by Black Philanthropy Month. So we were going to do a Lexington Black Philanthropy Week beginning August 19th, going through the 23rd, which is kind of like our Good Giving Challenge, but just on a smaller scale, just to incorporate Black-led, Black-serving nonprofits in Lexington. We have 26 for our first year, which is great, 26 Black-led, Black-supporting local nonprofits, and we have $40,000 in matches and prizes.
If you want to learn more about LBPI, you can go to our website, bgcf.org/racial equity. And there's a lot of information about like different programs they've done over the past few years. There's been a lot they've been busy in the last few years. So we're really excited about this inaugural Lexington Black Philanthropy Week, sort of a tie-in to Black Philanthropy Month. So here's what we're going to be doing. Okay, so just go ahead. You all already know, and Allison just said it, but go ahead and mark your calendars for Monday, August 19th. The giving will start at 9 a.m. that day. That's sort of the same as those folks who have been in the Good Giving Challenge. They know we just started up. That's when our office hours start typically. So we like to be here to answer any questions, be available to help donors and organizations. So we start at 9, and then the giving will run through Friday, August 23rd at 11:59 p.m. Okay, so how does it work? Oh, just getting ahead of myself. How does it work? So you can go ahead and bookmark this website, lexbpw.org. And I'm going to actually try to jump out of this and go to, Allison, are you able to see my Chrome, or are you still on Canva?
I'm on Canva.
Okay, I'm going to switch. I'm going to do my whole screen now. All right, so I'm going to do a little demo of what you'll be seeing once giving is open. Okay. So right now we're working on, so the lexbpw.org, that will redirect to this website. And this is BGCF's, this is sort of our giving page. We have created, this is called a grant catalog, but when you click on this tab for Lexington Black Philanthropy Week, you'll be able to see a little bit about each organization that is participating. We're going to be sharing out other biographical sort of information about each organization. So this isn't the only place people will see it, but each organization will be listed here, all 26 who are participating. And it's going to be a comprehensive catalog. And I'll show you, we don't have giving live yet, so you can't see the donate button. So I'm going to go to like what we call the sandbox. It's like where we test out these giving sites. So you'll see here on August 19th at 9 a.m., there will be a donate button here next to each organization. So when your donor comes to that page, so you'll be sharing that website, lexbpw.org. It will take you to something that looks more like this, that has that donate button there. So they'll search for your organization on that page, and then they'll click donate. You can see here, this number here, again, these are just test numbers. These are not real giving yet, but you'll be able to see there how much you have raised or how many donations you've gotten in that week. So as those donations come in, that's how you'll see them there. So I'll just click on this here to kind of walk you through it. Okay, so the test, we like to say minimum donation of $10 and say I'm going to give 25 here. If your donors want to make a donation in memory of honor or in honor of someone, they can click that box here and then fill in this information, but that's optional. They can add the donation to their cart. And then the cool thing is they can go back and they can continue giving. So if they want it, we have lots of donors, especially our fund holders, who like to give to more than one organization at a time. So you could process one donation here, another here, add it to cart, and then you're going to go to checkout. So you can review, your donors will be able to review what's in their cart. They also will have the option to remain anonymous. We also have a lot of donors who like to do that. So then they'll just type in their information here. And then we have this option for, there will be a 3% process. This is like the Stripe processing fee. I mean, as you know, like you go to a restaurant nowadays, there's a Stripe fee, credit card fee attached to everything pretty much that we do online. That's just part of it. But donors will have the option to have that checked, and that will cover the credit card fees. So that just allows 100% of their donation to go to your organization. We're trying to see if we can get that automatically checked, just to go ahead and cover that. So what's the math? If it's $10, a $10 donation, is that 30 cents? I think so. Sorry, I should have had that math done before. But then they go ahead and review that. They can see here the breakdown of the fees that they're covering, the total, how much there is there. And then this is where they would go ahead and enter their credit card information. This says US bank account. We don't have that turned off yet. We're not going to be able to process ACH or like electronic check gifts. So all gifts will have to be made by a credit card, or if they are BGCF fund holders, they can log in to this portal before they start giving, and then they'll be able to make a gift from their donor advice fund. But we'll promote that to them. You don't have to worry about giving them instructions for that. So If that makes sense. Again, so here, once you go to that, like I can demonstrate. bpw.org. So that redirects to all of the organizations that are there. And like I said, starting on Monday, August 19th, there'll be a donate button right here that'll pop up and donors can just click on that button. You will receive daily reports from us the following day. So like for that Monday of giving, you'll receive a report on Tuesday that has a report of what donations you've received. And so you'll have contact information for those donors. So you'll be able to like thank them in real time and just keep a track, a running total. Good, thank you. I have a helper here for my webinar. Oh, you want to plug, it's over there. We are, I'm sure any of those of you with kids are ready for school, maybe to be back in session. But we're in the webinar and we're helping. But you'll be able to see that running total of how much you've raised throughout the week, but then you'll get that donation report each day. So like the following day. Again, if you have questions, I'm sure there are some questions there, just drop them in the chat and we can go, we can cover those back at the end. So that's just an overview of how donations will work. All the organizations will be there. You just click donate, add the donation to your cart, check out. It's pretty easy. Hopefully, hopefully for your donors, it should be. I mean, we have giving through this site. It's easy to understand. So I'm excited about this, having one place where everyone can give at once. So let's talk about the matches and prizes, because that's the fun thing that really boosts the impact of those donations that come through. So the first match pool I want to talk about, the Lexington Black Prosperity Initiative is sponsoring a $15,000 match pool. So this will open Monday, August 19th at 9 a.m. and will run until Friday at midnight or until the pool is exhausted. So this pool will provide a match of 50 cents on the dollar on gifts up to $100. And so this also applies per donor per organization. So if just to explain this, if I am giving, I could give to an organization, what's the first one on the list? Well, if I give to one organization, my $100 gift will be matched 50 cents on the dollar. So that's another $50. So my $100 donation turns into a $150 donation. And I can make that gift. I could give that gift to all 26 organizations and it could be matched all 26 times. What I can't do is keep giving over and over to that same organization. It's kind of per donor, per organization, if that makes sense. We're really just trying to, instead of having, if there's a donor who can give a lot, trying to keep all that match pool from going to just that one donor. We're really trying to like spread it out, really trying to make that match pool last a little bit longer. So again, that is a match of 50 cents on the dollar on gifts up to $100. And that is per donor, per organization. Again, any questions, drop them in. We'll get to them at the end. Bluegrass Community Foundation, we are putting up a $5,000 prize pool. So the first chunk of that will be for first, second, and third place prizes. So the organizations that raise the highest amount of donation will get a $1,500 prize. The organization that receives the second highest amount of donations, and that says highest amount, that means like the most raised. And maybe I should reword that. Not like the highest number of donations. Whatever raised the second most during the week will be awarded a prize of $1,000. And then again, the third most raised, that organization will get a prize of $500. We will have a chunk of money that we will randomly select a donation each day, and that donation will just get a $100 boost. So all donations that happen on Monday, on Tuesday morning, we're going to do a drawing. We can randomly select one of those donations, and that donation will be increased by $100. So if it was a $10 donation, it will now be $110. So we're gonna do that all 5 days. And then all 5 days of the Lexington Black Philanthropy Week, we'll also have a special post on social media, probably on Facebook. We might do one on Instagram too, but this is just easier on on Facebook to do. But we'll have a special post each day with a prompt. And we do this during the Good Giving Challenge. And why we do this is a great way to help get the word out about Lexington Black Philanthropy Week. We encourage people they need to like BGCF on Facebook. They need to like the post, and then they need to comment on the post. And it'll be a different prompt, like if you won $250 for your favorite organization, which one would you give it to? And so then they would comment. And then we encourage your organizations to share that post and encourage your followers to enter the sweepstakes. And then we of course encourage all of our BGCF's followers to share and participate as well. So of course the $250 prize each day has to go to an organization in the Lexington Black Philanthropy Week. But that's just a really great way for people, if they can't donate, then they can help get $250 for their favorite organization without, having to make a donation. So we have a tool that we use to randomly select one of those social media posts each day. And then we do those drawings the following day, and then we'll comment on that post with that information. So who the winner was. So it's just a really great way to kind of make it more viral, get the information out. But that's a way you can get another prize. And then we have an anonymous donor who I just learned this information. We have another $10,000 match pool. We do not have the details yet worked out about how this donor wants to implement this match pool. So stay tuned. It's exciting news for you. That's another $20,000 that will be up for grabs that week. We don't know how, but we will report back as soon as we do. Just a few miscellaneous things about matches and prizes. So we do not calculate matches in real time. We wait. So giving closes the 23rd of August. So we usually wait about 2 weeks actually after giving closes before we start calculating which donations are matched. And that's because we have to wait for credit card transactions to clear. Sometimes, like, you just never know what happens. Sometimes donors dispute charges. Who knows why? I don't know, but it happens almost every year. Things bounce, whatever. So we wait for about 2 weeks for those for that period to process, for those transactions to be final. And then that's when we export those reports of donations. Our finance team, it won't be Allison or I doing this. Luckily, our finance team does all those calculations. Then they can figure out which prizes are matched. So which donations are matched. We do not calculate these in real time. So don't ask how many match dollars you have while the event is going on. We don't know. We also never disclose, this is the same for the Good Giving Challenge, which donations are matched. You'll just know how much match dollars you get. You won't know which donations were matched. It's just our policy. We do not share that information. So the prizes, like the social media sweepstakes and the daily drawings, those will be announced on social media. We'll do like a recap post throughout the week that has who won those prizes. Your total that you raise throughout the week, along with a matches and prizes breakdown, will be included with your final check. So you can stay tuned. We'll have a check presentation in late September, because that will give us time for those transactions to process, for our finance team to do those calculations. And then we write up a letter, and it has a breakdown of how much you raised, if all of your donors didn't cover fees, how much in fees is taken out, what your matches were. So you'll have a line item for the Lexington Black Prosperity Initiative match pool. There'll be a line item, I'm assuming, for this anonymous donor $20,000 match pool, and then any prizes you got. And it will be included in your check with your final letter that comes with your check. So that's all you'll know, is a line item for different matches, but not which donations are matched. I think that's all about the matches and prizes. It's pretty similar to the challenge for those folks who have participated in that before. So one thing I do want to say is you'll get a link to, Allison will share out a link to a Google Drive folder that has these slides, It'll have a one pager with the matches and prizes. It'll have a one pager that has instructions on how to give. So it'll have step-by-step instructions. We've already made that up. And then it will also have a 4-week checklist. So 4 weeks is like, we're 4 weeks out now. It's crazy. I can't believe August is Thursday. So we just have some prompts for you of things you should be thinking about as you prepare for this campaign. We are going to start really promoting the Lexington Black Philanthropy Week starting on Thursday with the kickoff of Black Philanthropy Month. So you want to go ahead and make sure your staff and board, your volunteers all know when this campaign kicks off. When this campaign kicks off, you probably want to go ahead and decide who on your team is doing what. You know, you don't want to be like doing it ad hoc as the event's going on. You want to know who's in charge of social media, who's in charge of creating, you know, any emails that go out, who's in charge of calling, you know, your big donors, just to give them a heads up that this is coming. Like who's doing what, you want to go ahead and figure that out. You want to go ahead and create some fundraising goals. You know, you'll know what the markers are for BGCF in terms of different matches. You know, if you raise $1,000, you'll get your Good Giving Challenge fee waived. But what other goals do you have, and how can you reach those? Make sure that you have an updated donor and prospect donor list. Go ahead and get that order, get those emails ready to go. Go ahead and develop your communication plan, what messaging you're going to be sharing each week. You really, you know, I think on social media and in emails, it's a good idea to share information about your mission. People love if you can share photos of the work you've done. I think that is always really impactful, but tell your story and share what those donations give. I mean, I think it's also really effective if you say, you know, a gift of $50 can help us do X, you know, whether it's like feed a family of 4 for a week, or, I mean, I don't know, that's in this economy. But you know, you could talk about what those gift amounts, what they can accomplish for your organization. So develop that communications plan, and then go ahead and create a template for your emails, create a template for your social media, and then get that ready to go. So leading into week 2, that's next week, go ahead and create that social media calendar. You know, it can be as simple as sometimes I just print out like the month and I'll write down the different posts that I want to do, or I'll do like a Google sheet if I have, you know, more than that, like multiple things each day. And you can go ahead and plan out what you're going to post on different days of the week. You can have a column for like who is in charge of that. Has it already been posted? There's really great tools you can use. Like we use Buffer. There's Hootsuite. There's all these other things where you can go ahead and create these posts. We also use Canva, which has a free option. So you can do some of this stuff totally free, and go ahead, create those social media posts on Canva. Go ahead and add them to your Buffer queue and get a lot of this stuff taken care of in advance. So you're not really scrambling that week of to get that going. And as you're creating posts and you know, you're doing like a save the date post, whatever, be sure to tag BGCF in those posts. Our social media handles on Facebook and Instagram are BGCF KY. So go ahead and tag those, and we'll share things to our stories as we see them. It's a really fun way for us to help get the message out and share the word about your organizations, because that's like why we're doing this. You can also use the hashtag give back Black Lex. This will be our hashtag, hopefully going forward as we do this next year and the year after. We thought that was a pretty evergreen hashtag to use. So be sure in your social media posts and emails that you're creating, include details about matches and prizes, like what your goals are, what your fundraising goals are, and always include that link to donate, because that really makes it easy for folks if they're reading your email or social media posts, like click here to give, and then they can just click on that. And then go ahead, like I said, start scheduling those communications to go out. If you're doing a mailing, this is kind of a tight time frame for like a print mail piece, but it's not impossible to do. But I would go ahead and like I would have that be sent out next week. There's a service that we use. It's called Amazing Mail. And you can create a postcard design. I do them in Canva and then just upload them with our mailing lists, and it will send those postcards out according to like what date you schedule. So that's a really easy way to get a mailing out. Again, week 3 is just kind of a continuation of all this. Just continue implementing that communications plan. Continue to use that hashtag Give Back, Give Black Lex, and tag us in your post. And then repost anything that you see us doing. That just really helps continue like getting the word out about the event. All right, so then now we're in Lexington Black Philanthropy Week. It's starting, August 19th. Be sure for this week you have daily emails to donors with information about the matches and prizes. And you can even have, if you have a fundraising goal for the week, each day of the week, you can have an update in there for like, we've raised X, but we're so close to reaching our goal. Provide updates for your donors and help them understand like what they're helping you achieve. Again, be sure to include those links there. You just want to make it easy for people to give. Post on social media daily. Be sure to be entering those social media sweepstakes. You and your staff can enter them. It doesn't have to be somebody else not affiliated with your organization, but encourage your followers to enter those. And then as you get that donor data from BGCF, you can thank donors throughout the week. It can be really simple. I mean, you can send them just a quick email. I saw that you made a donation. Thank you so much. And then you can plan for a more intensive, whether you're sending a postcard or a letter to them after the fact, but just throughout the week, just letting them know that that you saw that their donation came in. People really appreciate that. And I will say, people also notice when you don't thank them, because they'll be getting thank you notes and messages from other organizations. So they do notice that. And then plan to attend the Lexington Black Philanthropy Week Connection Reception. That will be on August 27th. And I don't know if Allison wants to share more about it. I can kind of give an overview, and if I miss anything, you can jump in. This will be at Hunsicker, which is, I don't know if it's a public space, but the address, it's like on Broadway. Why did I even start talking about the location of this? It's a really nice space. And so it's like a networking reception. So this is sort of celebrating Lexington Black Philanthropy Week. We're inviting all the nonprofits participating in the giving event to come. We're also inviting members of the Lexington Black Philanthropy Initiative, Black Prosperity Initiative, donors to Lexington Black Prosperity Initiative, BGCF fund holders. We're inviting a lot of philanthropic, generous people to come. They're going to learn more about LBPI. They're going to learn more about your organization. We would just really encourage you to come and share the word about your group. Allison, is there anything else? Oh, it's 5:30 to 7:30 on that Thursday. So it is.
Yes, the address is 429 North Broadway, Lexington, Kentucky. So it's kind of like, it's right next to Transy. They call it like a big Herman Monster looking house. But the parking is pretty simple. I will actually send out personal invites to everyone, as well as information as far as parking goes.
Perfect. Thank you. I knew she would know more than I did. I was just trying to wing it. And I was like, why did I even start bringing up the address? I don't know what it is. So anyway, so that would be a really great way for you to get out there. It's hard when it's an online campaign. We really like to provide something that is offline and you can actually network and meet and greet and talk to people and share the word about your organization. So this is our opportunity for you to do that. So, and then after the giving event, I've already mentioned, send thank you notes to donors. If you haven't registered for the Good Giving Challenge, you should do that. Especially if you raise $1,000, your registration fee will be waived. I'm going to talk more about that in a second. But after the event, debrief. Look at how you did. Look at what goals you met, and then think about like how you could improve. So you're ready to go for the next time. And then make plans to attend that check presentation I mentioned. That will be in September, like late September. Probably that, I don't know, that last week. But Allison will send information about that once we confirm if the location is available. All right. So I'm going to talk about the Good Giving Challenge for a second. If for those of you who aren't familiar with this, I know there are some organizations participating in this who also do the Good Giving Challenge, but for some who may not know. So the Good Giving Challenge, it has been hosted by Bluegrass Community Foundation since 2011, and it's open to nonprofits in our 16 county service area. So Central and Appalachia, Kentucky, we have one giving site for, up to 200 organizations, I think just about we've had participating in that. So that is bggives.org. That's also where you can go to register. There is lots of information there about how the challenge works, what the rules are, some FAQs. There's a registration tutorial there. There's also one on our YouTube page, which I have linked here. So to participate in the Good Giving Challenge, some of these things you've already met. You have to be in our service area. So we know that you all are in Fayette County, so you're in our service area. We know that you have a GuideStar Gold Seal of Transparency because we required that for this. One thing that you do have to have for the Good Giving Challenge that we did not require for this is you need to provide proof that you are registered with the Kentucky Attorney General to solicit funds as a nonprofit. Some of you may already be registered, but this may be news to some of you. It is state law that all nonprofits are required to register with the Kentucky Attorney General. So I've linked this, I provided this link here that has instructions on the AG website for how to do that. It's simple and it's free. So you just need to send in a copy of your 990. And I think if it's your first time, like maybe your bylaws or something, there's like 3 things you have to send in. It is free to do. The turnaround time is very quick. The Kentucky Attorney General updates their list every week. So it's very up to date. It's quick, it's free, it's easy to do. You are required to do it for the Good Giving Challenge. If you have not registered for the Good Giving Challenge, I would encourage you to just go on and do it. Because what we don't want is for you to do Lexington Black Philanthropy Week. We get to that Friday, then you really just have a week to register for the Good Giving Challenge. It closes that Friday at 5 p.m. Friday, August 30th at 5 p.m. There will be no extensions, no exceptions. That is the drop dead deadline. I would really hate if you want to do it that you don't get everything in time because like you haven't checked to see if you're registered with the Kentucky Attorney General, things like that. So I would just encourage you to look at these instructions. You can search the website. They have a spreadsheet that you can search for your name. Go ahead and search that PDF for your name, for your organization's name. See if you're registered. Once you get registered initially, all you'll have to do is each year when you file your 990 with the IRS, send a copy to the AG. That's it. There is a tutorial here on YouTube that I recorded that shows a step-by-step of how to like save those documents, those proof of GuideStar Gold Seal and the AG registration and how to upload them to the site. They have to be PDFs. It's just like a little funky, but watch that too, because that will give you a step-by-step details on how to do that. So for the challenge, the registration fee is $500. It has always been $500 since 2011. So what we know is that if you raise $1,000 during Lexington Black Philanthropy Week, your fee will be waived or reimbursed. So if you've already registered, we're going to send you a check, and that will be separate from the check that you get for your donations for Lexington Black Philanthropy Week. If you haven't registered yet and you wait until after the week, the August 23rd, then you'll get a coupon code to enter. But that means you're going to have to send me all the information, and then I have to send you a coupon code, and then you go through and do the registration and put the coupon code in. It just makes me nervous for you. I just really want to make sure you can get this done. So if you can swing it, I would go ahead and pay that $500 registration fee. And if you can raise $1,000, you're going to get it right back. We're going to send you a check. So that's that about the challenge. All right, questions. I see there's a raised hand. All right, Morgan Robinson, I see you had a hand raised. You can ask your question now if you'd like.
Yes, this is Jay Ross, who is the nonprofit organization leader.
Uh-huh.
And just a quick question. With the story that we submitted for you all, will that story be posted on the website, or how would that work?
The story, like your mission statement?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like we had sent in like the story with a couple of photos. So
Uh-huh.
all of that would be broadcasted on the website during that week.
Yes, so the mission statements are all on that grant catalog. And I'll also show you something else that we're working on that will be sent out. So if you're familiar with the Good Giving Challenge, there's a print guide component that goes along with that. I've also put together like a miniature version of that. I mean, miniature only in the number of nonprofits participating. That's great for you. So there will be a table of contents here that lists all the organizations participating. It will have instructions on how to give, how the matches and prizes work. And there's your logo, your photo, your organization's name, your website, and then that mission statement again is here. So we are going to share this on social media. Thursday is the goal. Hopefully we'll get that other $20,000 in matches up there. And then we will send you the link too, so you can share this. We're going to be sharing this out to donors and things. So we're going to be trying to get this messaging out as well.
Great, perfect.
Yep. Yep. All right, we've got another question here. All right, Divine.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yes, so I had a question. If you are a smaller organization and you fall under the $50,000 threshold as far as donations for the year, and you don't have to do a 990, then what would you present for the Good Giving Challenge?
I think it's just that postcard.
Okay,
you have
gotcha.
to do the postcard. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine too. Because I know there are definitely other organizations that do that.
Okay,
So that should be fine.
okay, thank you.
Yep. All right, and then I'm gonna try to go to the Q&A section here, see what questions we got there. Okay, so if you're an organization that is fiscally sponsored by BGCF, BGCF is registered with the Kentucky Attorney General. So you can just either screenshot the line with Bluegrass Community Foundation on that spreadsheet, or we can send you, I already have a PDF of that because I had to create that for somebody else. So that's how that will work. And it's the same for the gold seal, like you did when you registered for this. Okay, so this is a question about, okay, so this year, let me try to answer this for Adina. For this year, for the Lexington Black Philanthropy Week, there was no registration fee. We wanted to make this is our first year. We really wanted to encourage participation. There was no fee for you to participate in this giving event. So we're thinking of this as like a mini Good Giving Challenge for Lexington Black-led, Black supporting organizations. And it's sponsored, underwritten by the Lexington Black Prosperity Initiative. For organizations who raise $1,000 during the week from August 19th to August 23rd, if you raise $1,000, your $500 Good Giving Challenge registration fee will either be waived or reimbursed. So if you're already registered, I know there's a couple of organizations who already have, you're going to get a check in the mail. Or if you like have a fund at BGCF, you will get $500 if that's what you prefer. So, but if you have not registered yet and you wait until after that August 23rd and you see you've raised $1,000, I can send you a coupon code for that, and you would enter that at Good Giving Challenge on the Good Giving Challenge registration website instead of paying the $500 fee with a credit card then. But that just makes me nervous because that's really, you're down to the last week of registration, and I don't know. You just never know. If you can get on it now, like I would encourage it, but I know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Can we email you an updated photo? An organization's description for the site and booklet. I mean, you can, that's fine. We did sort of wordsmith the missions just so that they're all in the same voice and same tense, and they're all pretty consistent throughout the book. But if you want to email Allison, updated photo and mission, you can do that. Like today would be ideal. Because like I said, we really want to get this finalized and get it. I'm going to upload it to like issue.com. So it'll be like a PDF that you can like flip through like a virtual magazine, but we'll also have PDFs that like folks can download and things like that. So we really would like to have this finalized so that we can get it out on the 1st, but that means really Wednesday. I don't need to tell you my schedule, but I want it finalized Wednesday because that's when I'll be scheduling all this to go out. So you can send her that, but do it soon, please. Let me make sure. Are there any other questions? I don't see any other questions in the chat or in the Q&A. I want to make sure there's something in the chat. I don't see anything in the chat. If you have a quick question, you can raise your hand, or you can type it in really quickly. We'll probably leave this open just for another minute, just to get those final questions in. We are really excited, I think, about this. The Lexington Black Prosperity Initiative Advisory Committee, we met with them, when Allison was it? I guess last week, and they were really excited that you all signed up. They're really excited about all the work you do. It's very diverse group of like missions and the different types of work you do. So we're really excited about that. We're really excited. We'll be sharing things leading up to the Giving Week, kind of posts about, you know, the different types of organizations that are in it, sharing the photos that you provided, and your logos, and just getting that information out. So we'll also be sharing this not only with our fund holders, as we mentioned at the beginning, we have 876 funds, but we also have a database of over 2,000 from past donors to the Lexington Black Prosperity Initiative. So we'll be getting this information out too, but keep in mind, we'll be sharing information about the Philanthropy Week as a whole. So we encourage you all to share the information with your donors, with your followers about your specific mission and how people can support you. Okay, Adina, I see you have your question, your hand raised again, so you can ask it.
I apologize if you already talked about this, but when you all share the drive stuff with us, will it have the social media like logos and content colors, all that kind of stuff that we can use when we're posting and creating our content for LBPI?
Yeah, thank you for the reminder. I did not talk about that, and I knew there was something I was forgetting. So we're going to create just a few templates. If you want to use those, you can, but we can drop in logos, color combinations, things like that. And you can, it's really easy in Canva to like customize those colors and things. However, we also encourage you can create images, social media posts that also align with your brand too. But I will provide you with, I created a little logo for this that you could just like drop in on those posts. So yeah, that will be in the drive as well. Thank you for reminding me. And then be sure, like I said, in those posts to not just tag us, because we'll share those, but also use that that hashtag Give Back, Give Black Lex. And there's tools that we can use. We've done this during the Good Giving Challenge, that we can do like an aggregator of all those posts with that hashtag, and we can link them on our website. And so you can just see that. And if you want ideas, if you're sort of new to this, new to a giving challenge like this, if you want to look at some of our past, if you need ideas, go to like Instagram and you can look for the hashtags like Good Giving Challenge or hashtag BG Gives. And you can see examples of what other organizations have done. for past giving events. So you'll see, like, it doesn't just have to be like what BGCF designs. Like, you can do whatever speaks and shares the story of your organization and your mission or whatever. So we encourage you to get creative. We encourage you to tell your story in the ways that, I mean, you know what's effective for your donors. So you don't have to do exactly what we do, but I'll definitely share some of those branding things for you. Right. Is there anything else? Let me look one more time in the Q&A. I don't see anything else. Oh yeah. So, oh wow, Allison, you've just been going through and answering questions all throughout. Thank you. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even see these. So I don't know. So the logo, I know the logos are weird on that grant catalog site. I don't know what the dimensions are for that. I don't know, Allison, if you saw that, like if it gives like ideal dimensions when you were uploading the logos.
It
looks like
doesn't give
square.
dimensions. It doesn't give dimensions, and you kind of don't see it until you look at it from a certain viewpoint. Like on my side, it looks like it loaded up fine, but I mean, we can always go back and make the adjustments to make sure that everything is uniform and fitting.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like if you can send, it looks like square. Like if you can make it square, if that's possible, that looks like the optimal way. So I think one easy thing you can do if you don't already have a Canva account, let me just do a quick demo. I mean, you could create a new design and you could just do logo here. And you could just drop your logo in, like upload it. Like, let me just show. I've had to do this with like, when we started like a YouTube, if I updated our logo for like a YouTube channel or things like that. So you can just like do it like that if you want it to be more square. And then just download it from there. Save it and then send it over if that's easier. But the good news is this isn't the only, that's not the only way we'll be getting the news out, but it does look like the square works better. And this is the first time we have used this function, I guess, for our giving campaigns. So it's kind of new to us. So we didn't really know, oh, we should have asked for a square logo. So, but yeah, if you can drop it into a square, if you're concerned about how it looks, that will work. All right. We got one more question.
I was just going to mention, you mentioned about Canva. I'm not sure if everybody is aware, but with our nonprofit, we've recently got a Canva account, and Canva is free for all nonprofits. I think you just have to fill out the paperwork to prove that you are a 501c3, because I know a lot of personal Canva accounts, you have to pay for the pro version, but with a nonprofit organization, it is completely free for those who don't know. So just want to kind of give that piece of info out in case anybody.
Yeah, no, that's great information. I don't know if I knew that. I guess ours is free. I don't know. But that's really great. So yeah, it's super easy to use. I mean, you can find all sorts of tutorials online about how to design different things. Like everything that I've created for all this, I did in Canva. I mean, I used to do like Adobe, all that stuff. This is much easier. It's so easy to just like upload, all the logos, and you get your colors in there, and you can really go to town and create everything you need for this campaign. You can create email headers, all that stuff. So that's a really great tip. All right. Is there anything else? Allison, was there anything else that you can think of that we didn't cover? You will probably get the Drive link it might be tomorrow before we're able to get all this updated information out there. And then, excuse me, if we are able, I'm going to send, well, I might wait on the guide until Wednesday to drop that in there. But we can send you the link and send you what we have so far, and just stay tuned for updates on that. So yeah, I appreciate everyone's time, and we will upload this and share the link out for other people to watch. But feel free to reach out to us with any questions. We're really excited to get started and see how this goes. So, all right, good luck, and we'll talk to you all soon, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.